Do you struggle with three-stage pearls? Do you want to know the key tip to getting a flawless three-stage? And no, it's not the pearl coat.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right, your boy Trigger Man, back in the lab. And today, what we have here, today we're gonna be spraying some QAB. This is a tri-stage pearl damage on the rear bumper. So basically the whole rear bumper we're gonna be doing. Plenty of blend up here, don't wanna go near that, near the trunk. We do have a burn there, if you can see that. That's a no. Damage on the quarter, damage on the door. Not very much blend room here, so we're gonna take it into the door. The little molding here was a little crappy, so I'm gonna try to fix that up for him in the process. And that's what we're gonna do, man. Three-stage pearl, gonna show you guys a little something that you wanna make sure you do before you clear coat this thing, okay? Not so much as panel painting color, but this is gonna be more of a blend thingy-majiggy that we're gonna do here, okay? Oh yeah, also something was up there, I guess. This car was here when I was going on vacation, so it's a bunch of them, man. I got cars lined up everywhere, so I don't know what exactly was what, but that's what we're gonna do, man. So I'm gonna go mix up the QAB, mask up, and we'll get to it. Boo.
Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is take care of this burn through left by my prepper. So I'm gonna use this here touch-up writer pen. Cool little thing I picked up from Paint Rep. He came by with it, showing it to me. So I was like, okay, let me check it out. So you basically just put in your reduced paint, put it inside of the little touch-up pen there. Pretty cool. I've seen them around before, but yeah, he showed it to me and I'm like, yeah, what the hell, let me try it. They have different tip sizes. I think it was 0.05 or 0.8 and a 1.0. This was the 0.5. So it works pretty good. Again, you put your reduced paint in there, then you go ahead and it kind of like touches it up pretty easy. Pretty cool little thing. So first I'm going with my 2K sealer, white sealer. And what you want to do on this step with your sealer, you want to make sure you keep your sealer wet and contained. No need to go down flicking your wrist trying to blend out your sealer. That's really not that important on these white single stages. For that matter, anything single stages. White, blue, yellow, red, whatever. You just want to basically get your sealer on your primered area, okay? And molding was left on here, and you see how terrible that thing looks. So what I did, I'm gonna go ahead and help the customer out. Just barely squeeze the trigger just to get some white sealer on that door edge molding, okay? Again, still trying to contain this, still trying to make it as small as possible, even though you look at it and you're like, you got a whole door to blend. No. Never look at it like that, because you never know what can go wrong. Once you start applying your base coat, it could be off. It could not land right. You can get some sand piling. You can get a whole bunch of issues that can happen. So never overestimate, like, okay, I got a whole door, so I'm good.
Trigger Man. Hey, bro. Man, I noticed on the rear door, you got the door handle out on this one, brother. But then you got the front door handle still in. And you got the mirror on. And you got the bumper attached. Come on, Trigger. You're gonna make one of those pro painters. Get on your ass again, brother. You remember that last guy? pro painter. These guys, man, YouTube. These social media divas. Oh, trigger. But yeah, so what you got cooking, brother? I know you said something like, the way to spray this pearl, man. You doing something different, or what's going on, man? Like, I'm sitting here waiting. I gotta paint my mother-in-law's Subaru, a white pearl, a 3-stage. I gotta do the hood and blend the 2 fenders. So I need some pointers, brother. He's my mother-in-law, I don't really like that heifer, but I gotta keep the peace, brother. Huh?
Okay, what I'm showing you here, look at this as one complete panel. Okay, don't look at it as do my quarter, do my door, do a little blend here. Don't look at it like that. Look at this panel to this panel as a whole. Pretend like these lines are not there. That's the way you want to do these here pearls, okay? Especially when you're gonna blend. All right, this is what you do from end to end, from the beginning of where that sealer starts into the other side where the sealer starts. You want to blend a little past there. Look at the wrist, bimp, bimp, bimp. Look at the wrist after each pass. Flick, flick, flick. You want to make sure you're doing the whole panel. If you're someone who has trouble with these 3 stages, get in a habit of spraying end to end. You're not necessarily walking the panel. You can position your body to where you can take a step, a half a step. Get your base blended. Get your base blended. Try not to do the panel by panel. Okay, now you're on to the next section. Here's the next section. From end to end to the corner of that bumper, end of the quarter, end of the bumper, almost to where it wraps around the bumper. Don't just do that little, little spot, move over, Don't do that. End to end to where it overlaps into your previous coat that you put down when you were positioned in front of the rear door. Okay, now all of that is done. Paint stops there. Nothing too much above that body line going over to that deck lid. Now you want to look at your rear bumper from that corner to this corner. Okay, that's what you want to do. Get some hose. End to end. End to end. And don't just stop right at the end. Wrap around the side of that bumper. End to end to end. And look how I wrap around. I come around the side of the bumper almost where you're going onto the other side of the vehicle. Therefore, you got coverage on your corners. Okay, there's that section. Now you're on the next section. This is all one section all the way over. See there? I'm wrapping around that corner of that bumper. Not just stopping right there. No, go around. Okay, wrap around. Side to side, wrap around. Side, wrap around. Stop, wrap around. Okay? This is the way you get these 3 stages down. Damn near to perfection. Okay? Now if you're doing all the little spot, move over. One spot, move over. No, that's a bad habit to get into. You can learn it like that. Again, here's my little writer tool again. Tell you, this thing's pretty cool, man. I gotta thank my paint rep again for dropping this off with me. Pretty cool. These were some chips that were in the front door. And again, if you're gonna fix something like this, you want to fix this in the base coat stage. You don't want to put drops of base coat after you've already put the pearl. Okay, so right now you'll see, I'll back it up. That's the front of the door, because then you're going to put your pearl over that, and you kind of want that to blend in. You don't want to go putting that stuff on top after you've already pearled. the vehicle. Then the white will stand up on top. But yeah, so that's a good habit you will want to get into if you're learning this. Try to do that entire panel. Okay, and here's where the last point of my base coat stopped. And over here, right around there. Okay, now what I'll do on my second coat, go ahead, fan it out a little more. To me, you want to get your base coat to blend and look like it's ready to clear, minus the pearl. The pearl is just going to give you, the pearl effect. When the sun hits it, you see the pearl. But as far as having an overall flawless, seamless 3-stage white pearl blend, the key, in my opinion, is to have your base coat blended, faded, just about perfect. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys here. Okay, not so much as the pearl. The pearl is the pearl. That's going to lay down. That's going to be fine. In my opinion, your base is just as important, if not more important, than your actual pearl coat. So here's what I do. Okay, go take my base, and what do I do here? It's been a couple weeks, so I forgot what I even did, but bear with me. Okay, I take my base coat blender, pour it in, and really I don't do a whole lot of measuring on this. You're really just trying to go ahead, thin it out, maybe half and half, because your base coat is already blended on the panel and it's looking pretty good. So therefore, this is just some extra insurance that you got it together. Okay, you just want that fade seamless, nothing. And again, don't even think about the pearl coat yet. Don't worry about that, about where your base coat is ending. Don't worry about none of that yet. What you worry about is getting your base coat blend to look flawless. Let it run through, let it cycle through, so everything you're spraying out is that thinned out base coat. See, a little transparent. That's all you want. That's all you want. That's all you want. Then just go over what you had there. Last blend fade might have stopped right there, so we'll just go a little past there. Kind of lose it right under the mirror. And you see, this was an entire whole door we had to blend. Just showing you guys there how transparent the white is. So you're really not seeing that on the panel. Put it up top a little bit if you want. Still not even coming down close to that trunk, even though this is pretty much, no, see, nothing up there. A little mist around it won't change the color. So that's it. So now we're gonna go with pearl coat. Okay, and with the pearl, so what I do, wipe everything slowly. Wipe everything slow. No need to move fast and build up a static charge. Tack it down. Mainly in the areas where I blended, that's where I'm more so trying to tack and make sure there's no type of debris or sand piling or anything of that nature. Not so much the base coat area itself in the middle, but those blends, you want to keep those blends smooth and make sure they're smooth. Okay. Forgive me, I forgot what the hell I was trying to say. If I would have did this voiceover right after the right after I filmed it, I would have remembered. But again, we're like 4 weeks away from me doing this voiceover, and I apologize for that. But you get my drift. Now you go with your pearl coat. And again, if you can, walk those panels. Learn to walk the panels. Don't talk about I can't do it. Don't talk about it's hard. Don't talk about I trip over the holes. Practice it. Practice it. If you're somebody that's just learning to paint, learn this way. It can only help you, okay? I'm not coming at you guys and trying to teach guys from the grade school, the ABCs in painting. I want to teach you the way that you're going to wind up wanting to learn to paint if you were to go out and do this stuff professionally. Minus the mirror and the door handle. But as far as the paint technique itself, you know, I like to teach you guys the way that you're going to wind up painting after years and years of the newbie talk. Like, spray the little part here. Psst, 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 psst. Okay, move over. Put a little light coat right here. Psst, 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 psst. You know, I'm trying to just skip ahead of all of that stuff. So if you can, when you're painting, practice end to end. End to end. It can only benefit you. It'll benefit you priming. It'll benefit you sealing, applying base coat, applying pearl coat if you're spraying a pearl, applying a candy coat. Definitely if you're applying candy. Walk these vehicles. Learn it. If you've already been spraying for years, then yeah, you probably already stuck in your ways and it's hard. But you guys that are just learning to do this, walk the panels. Keep in mind, I'm no pro painter, but still, Trigger know a thing or two. Yeah, so walk those panels, man. Walk those panels. Anytime you're doing anything. If you're sitting there just spraying primer on a hood, if your job is only a hood, walk the panel. Okay, I forgot what the hell I was. Two turns in, 2 turns down. See, that's why I like to do the voiceover right after I record these videos, instead of trying to guess and tell you guys something. No, 2 turns out. I apologize. 2 turns out on the last coat of my pearl. This is the pearl coat. This is the final coat. 2 turns out. That's what that was. I want to get a little more material coming out to distribute evenly on the panels, because if there was some streaking gonna go on, this is where the streaking would happen in this stage. So I back out the fluid, get more material coming out, have that fan more even, back off the vehicle, drop the pressure, maybe 2 psi. And that's basically it as far as that stuff, the base and the pearl. Just giving you a look here. Everything's even, everything is smooth. That's where you want to be. No blotchiness, no lines, no stripes. And again, I'm gonna go ahead and give a final tack. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. No need to move fast. Build up a charge on the panel. I know we don't deal with anti-stat guns and all those different guns. We don't have any of that here. So we got to do what we can to keep the static charge down. and taking a tack rag and flying over the panels is the easiest way to build up a charge and have a whole bunch of dirt in your paint job. Okay, so now we're going with the clear coat. This is the AmTech fluid. Let me see, what am I gonna say? In, okay, 20 psi. 20 psi on the LPH 400. This is a 1.4 tip. Fan, full fan, and then turn in one turn. And that's it from there. Just go ahead, apply your clear coat, 2 coats of clear, and the rest is history.
it done. We got it done. That's what we're looking like. We get some footage before the boss comes in and pulls this sucker out, man. He's been on a rampage. He wants everything to go as soon as I finish spraying it, man. Remember those couple little chips there? Remember the little chips? Can't even tell what they were. Can't even tell. But yeah, the owner, the place is busy, man. Cars everywhere. I got 2 jobs masked up out in the shop now. I gotta go spray just out in the middle of the shop. So it's just like, it's hectic, man. So I'm trying to get some footage in whenever I can. So bear with me if we're not following the same protocol as we normally do. But yeah, so that's it on this. I'm gonna get some footage because they still gotta put a front bumper on it, which the owner painted last night. I came in this morning, the bumper was already painted. So this dude is on the rampage. But anyway, so that's it. So get some footage of it outside and catch you in the next one. Peace.
Okay, so this is the car next morning. That's what it looks like, man. That's a flawless 3-stage white pearl blend. No issues whatsoever. All the little touch-ups touched up good, blended good. Can't even see the little touch-ups that were on the door there. The blend is just flawless. That's it. To me, that base, getting your base to blend out, focus on your base coat when you're doing these 3 stages. Focus on that base coat. Get that base coat blended, looking nice, where it almost looks like, okay, the job is good. Then go ahead and put the icing on the cake, you know? But get the cake baked first. Cake got to get baked before you can put the icing. That's it. With the deck lid down, everything is good. So yeah, that's it on another 3-stage pearl. Guys, let me know if you do things differently, how you do them. Let me know if you guys painted from back in the days when you used to have to match the paint by the pearl. Usually you used to put base coat down and it would never look right until you put your pearl. The pearl is where the magic happened many years ago with these 3-stage pearls. So this, in my case, is simple. Coming from spraying that stuff back in the days. But get in the comments, let me know how you guys would have done it different if you do it the same. Let me know if there's something I could have improved on. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.